Welcome back to the Top Liberty Coins. Today we are diving into one of the most fascinating and mysterious topics in the world of coin collecting. Imagine finding a small coin in your pocket, an old drawer, or inside a forgotten box, and discovering that it could be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. That might sound unbelievable, but in the world of rare coins, it happens more often than people think. Today we are talking about the legendary 1983 Liberty coin, a coin that has captured the attention of collectors, historians, and treasure hunters around the world. Some rare examples of Liberty coins have sold for astonishing prices, and stories circulate in the collecting community about pieces reaching values close to $787,976.49 depending on rarity, condition, and historical importance. Coins are more than just money. They are tiny pieces of history that travel through time. Every scratch, every mark, and every design tells a story. When we talk about Liberty coins, we are talking about a symbol that has represented freedom and national identity for generations. The Liberty design appeared on many American coins over the years, and collectors constantly search for rare variations, minting mistakes, and limited production pieces that could turn an ordinary coin into an extraordinary treasure. In the early days of American coinage, the figure of Liberty became the central symbol used on many coins. Liberty represented freedom, independence, and the spirit of the nation. Artists created beautiful portraits of Liberty wearing crowns, flowing hair, or classical robes. Over time these designs changed, but the meaning stayed the same. Because of this long tradition, coins featuring Liberty have always been extremely popular among collectors. Now imagine the year 1983. At that time millions of coins were produced for circulation. Most of them were worth only their face value. People used them to buy food, pay for transportation, or simply kept them in jars at home. But among those millions of coins, a few rare examples stood out. These rare coins became valuable because of special circumstances during the minting process. Sometimes a coin becomes rare because very few were produced. Other times it becomes rare because of an error at the mint. A small mistake in the design, the metal composition, or the stamping process can create a coin that collectors desperately want. These errors are like fingerprints of history, making the coin unique. The 1983 Liberty coin became interesting to collectors because of several factors. Some versions were produced in smaller numbers, while others may show unusual minting characteristics. Collectors carefully examine the details of the coin, the edges, the date, the shine of the metal, and even microscopic marks that reveal how it was created. Condition is another important factor that determines the value of a coin. In the world of coin collecting, condition is everything. A coin that has been used for years may show scratches, fading, and wear. But a coin that has been preserved in near-perfect condition can be worth hundreds or even thousands of times more than its face value. Collectors use grading systems to evaluate coins. A coin that looks almost exactly as it did when it left the mint can receive a very high grade. These coins are often stored in protective cases and handled with extreme care. When a rare coin with a high grade appears at auction, collectors from around the world compete to own it. There have been incredible moments in coin auctions where rare Liberty coins shocked the market. A single coin can attract collectors, investors, historians, and museums all at once. When bidding begins, the price climbs rapidly as collectors realize they may be witnessing a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Stories circulate among collectors about people discovering rare coins in the most unexpected places. Some find them in old piggy banks. Others discover them in inherited collections from grandparents or relatives. Sometimes people find valuable coins while searching through everyday pocket change. This possibility is what makes coin collecting so exciting. Every coin you examine could be hiding a story, a rare feature, or a historical detail that others have overlooked. That is why collectors spend hours studying coins under magnifying glasses, comparing designs, and learning about minting history. The Liberty design itself has a powerful visual presence. The elegant figure of Liberty reflects the artistic style of the era in which the coin was created. When you hold such a coin, you are holding a miniature piece of art as well as a fragment of history. Another factor that influences the value of coins is demand. When collectors become interested in a specific type of coin, its market value can rise dramatically. If only a small number of those coins exist, the competition between collectors pushes prices even higher. Rare Liberty coins have always been attractive to collectors because they combine beauty, symbolism, and historical significance. Some collectors specialize only in Liberty designs, building entire collections that trace the evolution of the symbol through different decades and minting styles. The market for rare coins is global. Collectors from many countries participate in auctions and private sales. Professional grading companies carefully evaluate coins and certify their authenticity. This process helps buyers trust that the coin they are purchasing is genuine. A rare coin reaching a value close to $787,976.49 might sound unbelievable, but the world of numismatics has seen even more surprising sales. When rarity, historical importance, and perfect condition come together, the result can be extraordinary. Imagine discovering that a small coin in your collection has features that match a rare variety known to collectors. The excitement of such a discovery can be incredible. Collectors often share these stories with the community, inspiring others to check their own coins more carefully. Learning about coins also means learning about history. Coins reflect the economic conditions, political changes, and artistic trends of the time they were created. A single coin can reveal information about technology, trade, and cultural identity. The fascination with Liberty coins continues today because they represent both history and possibility. Every collector dreams of finding that one rare coin that changes everything. And sometimes that dream becomes reality. So the next time you see an old coin, don't ignore it. Take a closer look. Study the date, the design, and the details. You might just be holding a small piece of history that collectors around the world would love to own. If you enjoy discovering the hidden stories behind rare coins, make sure to stay connected with the channel Coins. Here we explore the mysteries, the history, and the incredible values that exist in the world of coin collecting, because sometimes the smallest objects carry the biggest stories, and occasionally, they might even be worth a fortune. Today we are exploring a fascinating story from the world of rare coins, collectors, history, and surprising market values. Imagine holding a small coin in your hand that most people ignore every day, yet that same coin could potentially be worth an incredible amount of money. This is the mystery and excitement that surrounds the 1987 Liberty coin. Many collectors and treasure hunters believe certain rare examples of this coin can be extremely valuable depending on condition, rarity, and collector demand. The year 1987 was an interesting time in the history of American coin production. The United States Mint produced millions of coins for circulation, including coins struck in the Denver Mint. Coins with the small letter D mint mark were made in Denver, and these coins traveled across the country through banks, stores, and everyday transactions. Most people spent them without a second thought, never realizing that certain variations or high-grade examples could later attract the attention of serious collectors. When collectors talk about Liberty coins, they often refer to coins that display the word Liberty or the image associated with American freedom and national identity. These designs have been part of American coinage for generations. From the earliest days of the country, Liberty has been a symbol placed on coins to represent independence, democracy, and the values of the nation. Now let's focus on the coin that has been creating curiosity among collectors. The 1987 Liberty coin is often discussed because some examples have appeared in collector markets with extremely high price discussions. The value of a coin is not determined simply by its age. Instead, value depends on several important factors. These include the coin's condition, rarity, minting errors, collector demand, and historical interest. Condition is one of the most powerful factors that determines coin value. In the coin collecting world, condition is measured using a grading scale. Coins that look almost perfect with sharp details, brilliant surfaces, and no wear are considered high grade. These coins can be dramatically more valuable than worn coins that circulated for years. A coin found in near-perfect condition can attract serious attention at auctions or collector marketplaces. Mint errors also play a huge role in determining value. Sometimes during the minting process, small mistakes occur. These mistakes might include double striking, off-center designs, unusual metal flow, or other rare production variations. While mistakes might seem like flaws, collectors actually search for these unusual coins because they are rare and unique. Another reason some 1987 Liberty coins attract attention is the possibility of extremely high-grade examples that were never circulated. Coins that remain in mint state condition can sometimes be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars depending on rarity and collector interest. Over time, stories about coins worth extraordinary amounts of money often circulate online. Some claims suggest values reaching hundreds of thousands of dollars. While these stories create excitement, collectors always verify coin values through professional grading, auction records, and collector demand. The coin market can change depending on supply, demand, and new discoveries. The history of Liberty on American coins goes back centuries. Early coin designs featured Lady Liberty in many artistic forms. She appeared wearing a crown, holding a torch, or facing the horizon as a symbol of hope and freedom. These artistic images helped define American coinage and became iconic designs known throughout the world. As years passed, the United States Mint introduced new designs while still preserving the symbolism of liberty. Even modern coins continue to carry that spirit of national identity. This connection between history and everyday currency is one reason coin collecting remains such a fascinating hobby. Many collectors begin their journey by searching through pocket change. A simple coin received at a store might turn out to be something special. This treasure hunting aspect makes coin collecting exciting. People search through jars of old coins, inherited collections, or bank rolls hoping to find something rare. The 1987 Liberty coin reminds collectors that even modern coins can hold surprises. While millions were produced, only a small number might meet the high standards that collectors desire. Coins preserved carefully for decades can suddenly become desirable pieces of numismatic history. Professional coin grading services also influence market value. When a coin is graded and authenticated, collectors gain confidence that the coin is genuine and accurately evaluated. High-graded coins often command stronger prices in auctions because buyers trust the grading process. Another factor that influences value is collector demand. If collectors suddenly become interested in a particular year or mint mark, prices can increase. Markets are driven by interest, rarity, and historical appeal. Collectors also study small design details. The shape of letters, the sharpness of Liberty's features, and the clarity of mint marks can all help determine authenticity and value. Even tiny differences can create significant excitement in the coin collecting community. Stories of valuable coins inspire people around the world to examine their change more carefully. While most coins remain worth their face value, every collector hopes to discover something extraordinary hidden among ordinary currency. The coin market continues to evolve as collectors share discoveries, new grading records appear, and rare pieces surface at auctions. Every year new collectors join the hobby, bringing fresh curiosity and enthusiasm to the world of numismatics. Coin collecting is more than just searching for money. It is about history, art, and the stories carried by small pieces of metal. Each coin represents a moment in time when it was created, circulated, and eventually preserved by collectors who recognized its significance. The 1987 Liberty coin serves as a reminder that history can be found in the most unexpected places. Whether discovered in an old jar, a forgotten drawer, or a coin roll from the bank, every coin has a story waiting to be told. For collectors, the excitement comes from learning, researching, and discovering the hidden details that make coins special. Some coins become famous because of their rarity. Others become valuable because of their perfect condition or unique minting features. If you enjoy searching for rare coins, remember to always examine the date, mint mark, and condition carefully. Using magnification and proper lighting can help reveal details that might otherwise go unnoticed. The journey of coin collecting often begins with curiosity and grows into a lifelong passion. People around the world share discoveries, attend coin shows, and build collections that reflect history and craftsmanship. Coins are small objects, yet they carry enormous stories. They pass through countless hands, survive decades of history, and sometimes emerge as valuable treasures that collectors cherish. that is why collectors continue searching, learning, and exploring the world of coins every single day. If you enjoyed this exploration of the 1987 Liberty coin and the fascinating world of coin collecting, stay connected with the channel Coins for more discoveries, rare coin stories, and hidden treasures that might be sitting right in your pocket. Today we are diving into a story that has fascinated collectors, historians, and treasure hunters all around the world. It is a story about a coin that many people may have seen, many may even have in their pocket change, yet very few realize that under certain rare conditions it could be worth an astonishing amount of money. Today we are talking about the legendary Top Liberty coin and especially the mysterious 1992 D coin that collectors constantly search for. Some reports and rumors have pushed its possible value as high as $787,976 in rare cases, which makes this coin one of the most talked about pieces among coin collectors. Imagine this for a moment. You open an old jar of coins at home. Maybe it has been sitting in a drawer for years. You start sorting through pennies and suddenly you notice a coin that looks slightly different. The year reads 1992 and below the date is a small letter D. At first it looks like an ordinary coin, but what if that small detail turns it into something collectors would pay hundreds of thousands of dollars to own? That is exactly why this coin has become so famous. The Top Liberty coin design has deep roots in American coin history. The Liberty figure represents freedom, independence, and the ideals that shaped the nation. For more than a century, Liberty has appeared on many different coins in different artistic styles. Some designs show Liberty wearing a crown, some show Liberty walking forward with strength, and others show the elegant profile of Liberty looking toward the future. These designs were created by talented artists and engravers working for the United States Mint. Collectors love Liberty coins because they combine history, art, and rarity. Every coin carries a piece of time. When you hold a Liberty coin, you are holding something that may have passed through thousands of hands over decades. It may have been used in stores, saved in piggy banks, or kept carefully by collectors. The 1992 D coin became especially interesting because of a very rare variation that experts discovered years later. Normally coins are produced using carefully prepared dies at the mint. But sometimes small changes in spacing, lettering, or design elements can create a rare variety. These small differences may look insignificant to the average person, but to collectors they can mean the difference between a 1-cent coin and a coin worth thousands or even hundreds of thousands of dollars. One of the most famous varieties connected to the 1992 D coin involves the spacing of the letters in the design. On normal coins the letters appear with a standard spacing, but on extremely rare examples the letters appear much closer together. This tiny difference created one of the most sought-after modern coin varieties ever discovered. Only a small number are believed to exist. When collectors first started talking about this variation, the news spread quickly through the coin collecting community. Experts began examining old collections, coin dealers searched through their inventory, and everyday people started checking their spare change hoping to find this rare coin. What makes coin collecting exciting is that treasures can still be discovered. Unlike ancient artifacts buried underground, coins are still circulating. A rare coin might be hiding in a bank roll, a coin jar, or even inside a pocket today. Stories of unexpected discoveries keep collectors motivated to continue searching. The 1992 D coin was minted in Denver, which is one of the major United States mint facilities. The Denver Mint mark appears as a small D under the year on the coin. Millions of coins were produced there, but only a tiny fraction contain the rare features that collectors are looking for. Another factor that affects value is condition. In coin collecting, condition is extremely important. Coins are graded on a scale that ranges from heavily worn pieces to nearly perfect examples that look as if they were just struck yesterday. A rare variety in poor condition may still be valuable, but the same coin in near-perfect condition could be worth many times more. Professional grading services evaluate coins carefully under magnification. They examine the surface, the strike quality, and the preservation of fine details. Once graded, the coin is sealed in a protective holder that confirms its authenticity and condition. This process gives collectors confidence when buying and selling valuable coins. Some auction results have shocked the collecting world. When an extremely rare variety appears at a major auction, bidders from around the world compete to own it. Prices can climb quickly as collectors realize they may not see another example for many years. This is how certain coins reach incredible values. The rumored value of $787,976 connected to the rare 1992D example reflects the excitement around these discoveries. While not every coin will reach that level, the possibility of finding such a valuable piece keeps collectors searching through millions of coins every year. The design itself also adds to the appeal. Liberty coins often feature beautiful engravings with strong lines and symbolic imagery. The portrait of liberty represents hope, freedom, and progress. These artistic elements make the coin more than just currency. It becomes a miniature work of art. Over time, collectors began building specialized collections focusing entirely on liberty-themed coins. Some collect every year of issue. Others search specifically for rare mint marks or unusual varieties. The thrill of completing a collection or discovering a new variety is what drives the passion behind this hobby. Many beginners start collecting simply by checking the coins they receive in everyday transactions. A small magnifying glass and a basic guidebook can reveal surprising details. Over time, collectors learn how to identify mint marks, recognize die variations, and understand the grading scale. The story of the 1992D coin reminds us that even modern coins can become legendary. Most people assume that only very old coins are valuable, but sometimes a modern coin with a rare feature can become just as important to collectors. Another interesting aspect of coin collecting is the history behind the minting process. Coins are created by striking blank metal discs between engraved dies under tremendous pressure. This process transfers the design onto the coin's surface. If a die contains a slight variation or error, every coin struck with that die will carry the same feature. This is how rare varieties are born. Sometimes the mint quickly corrects the issue, meaning only a small number of coins are produced before the change. Those early coins become the rare ones collectors search for decades later. The hunt for valuable coins has become a global hobby. Online communities, collectors' clubs, and coin shows allow enthusiasts to share discoveries and knowledge. A collector might find a rare coin and share photos with experts around the world within minutes. Even young collectors are joining the hobby. Many start by searching through coins from their parents or grandparents. Occasionally these searches reveal coins that have been quietly sitting unnoticed for decades. If you want to start searching for a rare 1992D coin, the first step is simple. Look closely at the date and the mint mark. Use good lighting and a magnifier. Pay attention to the spacing of the letters and the details in the design. Small details matter. Remember that most coins you find will be ordinary examples worth only face value. But the excitement comes from the possibility that one day you might discover something extraordinary. Collectors often say that coin collecting is like a treasure hunt that never ends. Every coin tells a story. Every design reflects a moment in history. And sometimes a tiny difference in a design can transform a simple coin into a treasure worth thousands or even hundreds of thousands of dollars. The legend of the top Liberty coin and the rare 1992D variety continues to inspire collectors around the world. Somewhere out there, another example might still be waiting to be discovered. So next time you receive coins as change, take a moment to look at them carefully. That small piece of metal could hold more history and value than you ever imagined. If you enjoy learning about rare coins, hidden treasures, and fascinating stories from the world of coin collecting, make sure you stay connected with the channel Coins. Every coin has a story, and sometimes that story can be worth a fortune. Today we are exploring one of the most fascinating topics in the world of rare coin collecting, the mysterious and highly talked about 1993D Top Liberty coin. Many collectors and treasure hunters believe that some versions of this coin could be worth an incredible amount of money in today's market. Stories, discoveries, and collector excitement have pushed the curiosity around this coin to an entirely new level. Some reports and online discussions even mention values reaching around $787,976.43, which makes people search through their old coin jars hoping they might find one. Coins are more than just metal used for buying things. Every coin carries history, craftsmanship, and a story from the time it was created. The Liberty design has always been one of the most iconic images used in American coinage. The word liberty itself represents freedom, independence, and national identity. Because of this, coins featuring Liberty designs have been admired by collectors for generations. The 1993 coin with the D Mint mark comes from the Denver Mint. The small letter D on a coin tells collectors where that coin was produced. The Denver Mint has been producing coins for circulation for more than a century, and many of its coins have become extremely collectible when unusual characteristics or rare conditions appear. Sometimes tiny differences in minting can turn an ordinary coin into something very valuable. One of the main reasons collectors talk about the top Liberty style is because of the position and clarity of the Liberty inscription on the coin. When the Liberty lettering appears strongly and clearly along the top edge, collectors refer to it informally as a top Liberty appearance. On certain coins the lettering can appear sharper, slightly shifted, or differently struck due to variations during the minting process. These small changes might seem insignificant to most people, but in the world of coin collecting they can mean the difference between a coin worth 1 cent and a coin worth thousands or even more. In 1993 the United States Mint produced millions of coins for everyday use. Most of them are still worth their face value today. However, among those millions, there are always a few coins that stand out because of minting errors, rare die variations, or exceptional preservation. When collectors discover these special examples, they can become highly sought after. The coin collecting market works a little like the art market. Value is influenced by rarity, demand, historical importance, and condition. A coin that is extremely rare and preserved in nearly perfect condition can attract competitive bidding from collectors around the world. Auctions sometimes surprise people when a small piece of metal sells for an extraordinary price. Condition plays a very important role. Collectors use grading systems to evaluate coins. A coin that has never been used in circulation and still has its original shine is described as uncirculated. These coins can receive high numerical grades from professional grading services. The higher the grade, the more valuable the coin may become. Another factor that can increase value is minting errors. During production, coins are struck by powerful presses using engraved metal dies. If something unusual happens during this process, the result can be a rare error coin. These errors might include double strikes, off-center designs, die cracks, or missing details. Because these mistakes are rare, collectors actively search for them. Many people wonder whether they might already have a valuable coin without realizing it. Old jars of coins, piggy banks, and family collections sometimes hide surprising treasures. Stories appear every year about someone discovering a rare coin in loose change and later selling it for a significant amount. When people talk about a coin potentially reaching a value close to $787,976.43, it usually reflects the highest theoretical value discussed in collector communities or extremely rare auction scenarios. Not every 1993 D coin will be worth that amount. In fact, most examples will still be worth only a small amount. But the excitement comes from the possibility that a rare variety or a perfect condition example might exist somewhere. If you want to check whether you might have a valuable coin, start by looking carefully at the date and the mint mark. The mint mark is usually a small letter on the coin indicating where it was produced. On the 1993 D coin, that small d is the key identifier connecting it to the Denver Mint. Next, examine the design details closely. Look at the Liberty lettering at the top of the coin. Check whether the letters are clear, sharp, or unusual compared to standard examples. Use a magnifying glass or coin loupe if possible. Many collectors use small microscopes or high-zoom cameras to study tiny differences. Also pay attention to the condition of the coin. Scratches, wear, and discoloration can reduce value, while bright surfaces and strong details can increase it. Coins that appear almost brand new even after many years are particularly interesting to collectors. Professional coin grading companies can also help determine authenticity and value. These organizations evaluate coins carefully and seal them in protective holders with official grades. Once a coin receives a certified grade, it becomes easier to sell or auction because buyers trust the professional evaluation. The history of Liberty imagery on coins stretches back many decades. Designers used liberty as a symbol of national pride and democratic ideals. Different artistic versions of liberty have appeared on many coins throughout American history. Each design reflects the artistic style and cultural values of the time when it was created. Because of this deep symbolism, Liberty coins often attract both historians and collectors. Some people collect them purely for their beauty, while others collect them as long-term investments. Rare coins have shown strong value growth over time, especially when demand increases and available examples remain limited. Online marketplaces and auctions have also made coin collecting more global than ever before. Collectors from different countries now compete for the same rare pieces. When multiple collectors want the same coin, the price can rise quickly. This is why a coin that once circulated unnoticed can suddenly become famous. As more people learn about rare varieties and potential values, the search becomes more intense. People begin examining their change more carefully, hoping they might find a hidden treasure. For anyone interested in coin collecting, the journey is just as exciting as the discovery itself. Learning how coins are made, studying their designs, and understanding their history adds a whole new dimension to everyday objects we usually overlook. The story of the 1993 D-Top Liberty coin reminds us that small details can have big significance. A tiny variation in design or minting can transform an ordinary coin into something extraordinary. Whether the value reaches hundreds, thousands, or even the astonishing figure sometimes mentioned around $787,976.43, the fascination around such coins continues to inspire collectors everywhere. Many experienced collectors recommend keeping any unusual coins you find. Even if the value is not immediately clear, future research or new discoveries might reveal hidden importance. The world of numismatics is constantly evolving as new varieties are identified and studied. Searching for rare coins can turn into a fun hobby for families, students, and history enthusiasts. It encourages curiosity and attention to detail. Every coin you examine becomes a small journey into the past. Imagine opening an old coin jar and discovering something truly rare. That moment of realization is what keeps collectors searching year after year. Somewhere out there, another rare coin may still be waiting to be discovered, and that is what makes coin collecting so exciting. History, mystery, and the possibility of unexpected value all come together in something small enough to fit in your hand. Thank you for watching and being part of the coins community. If you enjoy learning about rare coins, hidden values, and the fascinating stories behind them, stay with the channel because many more discoveries are still waiting to be explored. Today we are diving into a fascinating story that has captured the attention of collectors, historians, and treasure hunters around the world. The story of the legendary Top Liberty coin. A coin that many people have seen in pictures, but only a few truly understand. Some versions of this coin have been sold for extraordinary prices, sometimes reaching hundreds of thousands of dollars, and in rare situations even more depending on condition, rarity, and collector demand. Imagine holding a small piece of metal in your hand that could be worth an incredible amount of money. Something that might have been used decades ago for simple everyday purchases, yet today it might be considered a priceless historical treasure. That is the magic of rare coins, and the Top Liberty coin is one of the most talked about examples in the world of coin collecting. To understand why this coin attracts so much attention, we need to travel back in time. The Liberty design has always represented freedom, strength, and the spirit of a nation. For many years different coins carried the image of liberty, symbolizing hope and independence. Collectors love these coins because each design tells a story about the era in which it was created. When people talk about Top Liberty coins, they usually mean coins that show liberty in a prominent position on the design. These coins were created during different years and by different mints. Each year of production can create small differences in details such as lettering, mint marks, metal composition, and design features. These small differences are exactly what collectors study very carefully. One of the reasons some Top Liberty coins are so valuable is rarity. When a coin is produced in limited numbers, or when many coins from that year disappear over time, the remaining pieces become extremely desirable. Collectors search for these rare coins for years, hoping to add one to their collection. Condition is another powerful factor that influences the value of a coin. A coin that looks almost new, with clear details and very little wear, can be worth dramatically more than the same coin in worn condition. Experts use grading systems to determine the quality of a coin. The difference between an average grade and a high grade can sometimes mean the difference between a coin worth a few dollars and one worth thousands. The top Liberty coins from the late 20th century gained special attention among collectors. Many people began checking their old coin jars and collections after hearing stories about rare coins discovered in ordinary places. Some collectors even found valuable coins in pocket change or inherited collections from family members. The year 1999 is especially interesting for coin collectors. During this time many commemorative and collectible coins were produced, and interest in numismatics was growing quickly. People were becoming more aware that coins could hold historical importance and investment value. Collectors often look carefully at details such as mint marks. A mint mark tells us where a coin was produced. For example, coins minted in Philadelphia, Denver, or San Francisco may look almost identical, yet one location might have produced far fewer coins. This difference can make certain versions extremely rare. Another important element is the metal used to create the coin. Some coins contain silver, gold, or special alloys. Precious metal content can add significant value, especially when the coin is rare or historically important. Even when a coin is not made from precious metal, rarity and demand can still push the value extremely high. Stories about valuable coins spread quickly among collectors. Sometimes a rare top Liberty coin appears at an auction and surprises everyone with an incredible final price. When collectors compete to own a rare piece, the price can rise dramatically. These auction moments often become famous stories within the coin collecting community. Many collectors dream of finding a hidden treasure in an old box or drawer. It has happened before. Families sometimes discover rare coins that were kept for decades without realizing their value. When experts examine these coins, they occasionally discover that the piece is extremely rare and highly valuable. Coin collecting is more than just searching for valuable objects. It is also about history. Each coin represents the technology, art, and culture of the time when it was created. The Liberty design especially carries strong symbolism. It reminds people of freedom and national identity, which is why the design remained popular for so many years. When examining a top Liberty coin, collectors look closely at the portrait of Liberty. Details such as hair strands, facial features, stars, and lettering can reveal important information about the coin's origin. Even small differences can help identify rare variations. Professional coin graders use magnification tools and special lighting to inspect coins. They check for scratches, wear, cleaning marks, and other signs that might affect value. A coin that has never been cleaned or altered usually maintains higher value because collectors prefer original surfaces. Over the years, the popularity of coin collecting has grown rapidly thanks to the internet and online auctions. Collectors from different countries can now compete for the same coin. This global demand has increased the value of many rare coins, including those featuring Liberty. Some collectors invest in coins the same way others invest in art or precious metals. Rare coins combine historical value, artistic beauty, and scarcity. Because of these factors, the value of certain coins can increase over time. However, it is important for collectors to research carefully. Not every coin that looks old or unusual is valuable. True value depends on authenticity, rarity, condition, and collector demand. This is why expert evaluation is extremely important. The top Liberty coin continues to inspire curiosity among collectors and beginners alike. Many people start their coin collecting journey after hearing stories about rare coins discovered in everyday places. That curiosity often grows into a lifelong hobby filled with discovery and learning. Imagine searching through a collection and suddenly spotting a coin that matches the characteristics of a rare top Liberty piece. The excitement of that moment is something many collectors dream about. Even if the coin turns out to be common, the thrill of the search is part of what makes coin collecting so enjoyable. Some collectors focus only on Liberty coins because of their historical beauty. The design is considered one of the most iconic in coin history. Artists spent significant time creating these designs to represent strength, dignity, and national pride. today many top Liberty coins are safely stored in protective holders, museums, and private collections. These coins are treated almost like historical artifacts. They represent not only monetary value but also stories from different generations. Coin shows and exhibitions allow collectors to see rare coins in person. At these events, experienced numismatists share knowledge about grading, authentication, and market trends. For new collectors, these events can be extremely educational and inspiring. The market value of rare coins can change over time depending on collector interest and economic conditions. When demand increases, prices often rise. When interest shifts to other types of coins, values can stabilize. Serious collectors always watch market trends carefully. The top Liberty coin remains one of the most intriguing topics in the world of coin collecting. Its design, rarity, and historical significance make it a favorite among collectors and historians alike. If you ever come across an old Liberty coin in a drawer, a coin jar, or a family collection, take a closer look. Examine the details, check the date, and consider having it evaluated by an expert. You never know when a simple coin might turn out to be an extraordinary discovery. The world of coins is full of mysteries waiting to be explored. Every coin has a story, and sometimes that story can lead to unexpected value and historical significance. Thank you for joining the channel Coins and exploring the fascinating world of rare coins. If you enjoy learning about valuable coins, hidden treasures, and the history behind them, stay connected for more incredible stories from the world of numismatics. Today we are diving deep into one of the most fascinating topics in the world of coin collecting. A coin that many people may have seen in their pockets but very few truly understand. A coin connected with American history, collectors, rare mint marks, and surprising market prices. Today we are talking about the top Liberty coin connected with the 2001 D mint mark, its history, how collectors evaluate it, and why some coins in the market are believed to be worth extraordinary amounts of money. Imagine holding a small coin in your hand. Something that most people might ignore. Something that may look ordinary at first glance. But hidden inside that small piece of metal is a story that stretches across decades of history, design, minting technology, and the passion of collectors around the world. The Liberty design has always held a special place in American coinage. Liberty represents freedom, independence, and the ideals upon which the United States was built. Throughout history, Liberty has appeared on many coins. From early silver dollars to modern circulating coins, the image of Liberty has been a powerful symbol recognized across the globe. When collectors talk about Liberty coins, they are not just talking about metal. They are talking about artistry, history, and sometimes incredible rarity. Some Liberty coins are extremely common, while others are so rare that collectors are willing to pay thousands, sometimes even hundreds of thousands of dollars for a single example. Now let us move toward the coin that many collectors have been discussing recently, the coin associated with the year 2001 and the D mint mark. The letter D indicates that the coin was minted in Denver, one of the major United States mint facilities responsible for producing millions of coins each year. In most cases, a 2001 D coin is not automatically rare. Millions were produced. However, the world of coin collecting is full of surprises. Sometimes a small detail can transform an ordinary coin into something extraordinary. A tiny minting error. A rare strike variation. An unusual metal composition. These are the kinds of details that collectors spend years searching for. Many collectors carefully examine their coins using magnifying glasses or professional grading equipment. They look for differences in the design, unusual marks, or rare die varieties. Sometimes they discover coins with doubled letters, off-center strikes, or other minting anomalies that make the coin extremely valuable. Over the years, stories have circulated in the collector community about certain coins reaching astonishing market values. Some online listings and collector discussions mention values reaching hundreds of thousands or even millions of dollars. Numbers such as $787,976.41 have appeared in discussions, auctions, or speculative listings. While such numbers attract attention, experienced collectors always verify authenticity, grading, and official auction records before confirming a coin's real market value. The coin market operates through a fascinating system of grading and certification. Professional grading companies examine coins carefully and assign them a grade based on their condition. A coin that looks shiny and perfect may receive a very high grade. A coin with scratches or wear may receive a lower grade. Condition is one of the most important factors in determining a coin's value. A coin produced in large numbers can still become very valuable if it remains in pristine condition after many years. Collectors call this condition mint state. Coins graded in the highest mint state levels often sell for dramatically higher prices than ordinary circulated coins. The design of Liberty coins is also something collectors admire deeply. The elegant portrait, the flowing hair, the calm yet powerful expression of Liberty all represent artistic craftsmanship. The engravers who designed these coins worked carefully to ensure that every detail symbolized freedom and national identity. The Denver Mint, represented by the D Mint mark, has a long and respected history in the United States minting system. Established in the early 20th century, it became one of the largest coin production facilities in the world. Billions of coins have been produced there, entering circulation and becoming part of everyday life. Yet among those billions of coins, collectors always search for the few that stand out. Sometimes a rare die crack appears. Sometimes a design detail looks different from the standard version. Sometimes a coin was struck with slightly different pressure or alignment. These small variations create excitement in the collecting community. Many people discover valuable coins by accident. Someone cleaning an old drawer. Someone checking a jar of spare change. Someone inheriting a collection from a family member. These moments can reveal coins that collectors have been searching for years. The story of coin collecting itself is a fascinating journey. For centuries people have preserved coins not only for their monetary value but for their historical significance. Coins travel through time. They pass through thousands of hands. They witness economic changes, wars, technological advances, and cultural shifts. When you hold a Liberty coin, you are holding a small piece of that history. You are touching something that connects the past with the present. That connection is one reason collectors feel such passion for their hobby. In modern times, the internet has transformed the coin market. Collectors from different countries can communicate instantly. Auctions are broadcast online. Rare coins can be discovered, photographed, and shared with the world within minutes. Because of this global attention, certain coins suddenly become famous. A collector posts a photo. Experts begin discussing the details. Soon the coin becomes a topic of debate across collector forums and marketplaces. The 2001 Liberty-related coin discussions have appeared in several collector conversations. Some collectors claim they have discovered unusual features. Others analyze the design and compare it with official mint records. The excitement grows as people search their own collections hoping to find something similar. However, experienced collectors always remember an important rule. Verification is essential. A coin that looks rare must be examined by professionals. Grading companies use microscopes, measurement tools, and historical mint records to confirm authenticity and rarity. Without professional verification, a coin's value remains uncertain. But once a coin is certified and documented, its value can increase dramatically in the collector market. Some coins become legendary because only a few examples exist. Others become famous because of unusual minting errors that were never supposed to happen. These coins tell stories about the minting process and the moments when something unexpected occurred inside the mint. The fascination with rare coins is not just about money. It is about discovery. It is about the thrill of finding something hidden in plain sight. A small detail that most people overlook could be the key to an extraordinary treasure. Collectors often spend years studying designs, mint marks, and historical records. They learn to recognize subtle differences that others might miss. Over time their knowledge grows, and each coin becomes a puzzle waiting to be solved. For beginners entering the world of coin collecting, the first step is simple curiosity. Look at your coins closely. Check the year. Look for mint marks. Compare designs. Research their history. you might discover that an ordinary coin has an interesting background. Even if it is not extremely valuable, understanding its story can make it far more meaningful. The Liberty design continues to inspire collectors even today. It reminds us of the artistic tradition of coin engraving and the ideals represented by the figure of liberty. Whether a coin is worth a few cents or hundreds of thousands of dollars, each one carries a story. And sometimes that story begins with someone simply taking the time to look closely at the change in their pocket. So next time you see a coin with a Liberty design or a 2001 mint mark, do not ignore it. Examine it carefully. Study the details. Because in the world of coin collecting, the smallest discoveries can lead to the biggest surprises, and who knows? Somewhere out there, in a drawer, a jar, or a forgotten collection, a coin might be waiting to be discovered. A coin that collectors around the world would love to see. A coin that could become the next great story in the fascinating world of coin collecting. Stay curious, keep searching, and keep learning. This is the journey that makes coin collecting one of the most exciting hobbies in the world.